This video is on company accounts. Let me give a brief idea about company accounts. Before that, let me give my introduction. Myself, Vidyadhar Hegde S, Assistant Professor in the Department of Commerce and Business Administration, MPM Government First Aid College, Karkala, Udupi District. First of all, let us discuss why the joint stock company form of business has emerged. Students, as you know, the earlier form of business organization like sole trading concern or partnership, about which you had discussed in detail both in theory as well as in accounting aspect, where you could notice the greatest weakness of sole trading concern, even partnership forms, is that the liability of ownership are limited. Having a limited liability, owners' private assets and properties will be in danger, because in case of business excessive business loss, these assets will be attached. And in case of trading concern, it is only one, and in case of partnership firm, a few. Even if their talents are full, may not be enough to manage a big organizations. And the capital contribution capacity of sole trading concern as well as partners, because as per Partnership Act there is a limit for maximum partners 10 or 20. So having a demand for product which have increased because of the development and industrial revolution, the existing system could not meet the mass demand. So the business entrepreneurs thought of forming a new organization wherein the voluntary people join voluntarily and contribute towards a common stock, and that common stock used to be used or applied in starting, running and managing business affairs. Mainly, joint stock company form has come into being to overcome the difficulties of other forms like limited liabilities of owners to make it unlimited liability of owners to make it limited to the interest of owners, then limited managerial ability. Here in case of company, actually to management will be given to the professional bodies, and to raise a huge corpus in the form of share capital in order to finance a big organizations, this company form has been introduced. Now we shall see what is joint stock company. Any voluntary association in the sense, people join the organization or institution or any association by themselves without having any forces. They volunteer themselves and join together, raise a big fund and use that in their business and earn profit and manage their business and meet all the objectives and obligations. So when such a organization or voluntary association registered as per the provisions of Indian Companies Act 1956 and which had thoroughly amended in 2013. So now as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013, if any such voluntary association registered, then it becomes just a company. Meaning, voluntary association, all such interest people contribute their money and they use that in their business and they take share of profit later in the form of dividend. Lord Justice Lindley says an association of many person who contribute money or money's worth, capital in this money or money's worth to a common stock and employ it in some business and who share the profit and losses arising therefrom. And Henne defines, which seems to be more precise, a company is an artificial person created by law. Law here, it is the Companies Act, having separate entity with a perpetual succession and common seal. It means Company is a person but not a natural, artificial, created by Companies Act. So in the eyes of law, it is a person, and having a separate entity. Company is different from its owner, shareholders, and the life of company does not disturbed by the death or even entry or exit of members, even the entry and exit or death of a director. And it functions in the name of a company with the common seal. Common seal in the sense stamp in which the name of a company will be engraved. So we can say company is a voluntary association of person formed under the company law to achieve some common objectives, having a separate legal entity, independent and separate from its members, with a perpetual succession and a common seal, if any, and with capital divisible into transferable shares. Let us just have a glance over the features or characteristics of joint stock company. As already mentioned, it is an voluntary association, incorporated association, because to get a status of a company or corporate should be such a voluntary association should be registered as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013, and it will be formed only for a specific purpose. That purpose should be mentioned in the constitution of company also. It is an artificial person in the eyes of law. It is a person, no doubt, but it can't become a citizen. But even companies will also have a citizenship, like Indian company, Japanese company, or Korean company, or USA company. Separate legal entity. Company is always different from its owner or shareholders. Then separate property. Company's properties will be accounted separately, and trustees or board of directors will be there to look after the properties. And perpetual succession, in the sense it says usually men may come, men may go. I will keep on going for ever. So the entry and exit of members or even death and insolvency of member does not cause any impact on the life of a company. Capacity to sue and be sued. So in the name of a company, it can be sued by others, or even company can sue against others in the court of law. It functions all its documents becomes valid and legal only when it bears a company seal. It's called as common seal. Normally this common seal will be in the custody of a secretary, and all documents must be signed by at least two directors. Then limited liability, in the sense in the company, even in the name it will be mentioned like limited company. Owners liability, I mean shareholders liability, will be to the maximum shares if company is limited by shares. Sometimes if shareholders give a guarantee above the face value, such companies are called as a company limited by guarantee. That extra guaranteed amount, the obligation of payment will arise only in the event of winding up or closing down. Then transferable shares can be transferred by the existing shareholders to any willing person, freely transferable. The large membership, you see, in case of public, there will not be any maximum limit, minimum 7, maximum unlimited. And private it is maybe 50. Then limitation of action in the sense a company being an artificial person has certain limitation for acting. Then separate and professional management. As you know, in other forms, having a problem of manager liability, in case of company, the management will be given to a professional bodies, that is a general manager and below, they are usually paid employees. And for smooth functioning of joint stock company, it will have a constitution. We call constitution, wherein the do's and don'ts, set of rules and regulations will be given. The company's constitution consists of three major documents like prospectus, articles of association, and memorandum of association. Prospectus is a booklet which gives a details about the company, like that prospectus which you got at the time of seeking admission to this institute, which gives A to Z about the company. If company does not prepare a prospectus or fail to prepare a prospectus, then it has to prepare a statement in lieu of prospectus containing important aspect. Then articles of association is another part of constitution of company that consists of certain clauses, usually 17 clauses, to control and monitor the relationship between company in one end and its owners or shareholders in another end. So between company and its shareholders, these provisions or clauses will apply. One more is a memorandum of association. As you know, company is a person, artificial person in one side, and all other stakeholders, starting from government, supplier, customers, investors, so and so forth. To set up memorandum of association consists of mainly 6 clauses, and that consists of rules and regulations to monitor and control the relations between company and all other end users. First, the 6th clause, as I said, first one is a name clause, name of the company. Second one, domicile or situation clause, address, that is corporate address or administrative office. Third one, objective clause. Fourth one, capital clause maximum. And fifth one, liability clause. Liability, if it is limited shares, whatever that limited share face value. Then sixth one is a subscription clause. There, the promoters, to ensure the minimum number of shares, minimum number of shareholders, they have to mention how many shares they are going to purchase in future, and minimum, say in case of public 7 has to sign, and in case of private 2 such a promoters has to sign, and later they become shareholders and of course becomes the directors. Now we shall discuss something about the formation establishment. What are the formalities or steps followed? Make a correction there. It is establishment or formation. It takes place in 4 stages. In case of public limited company, promotion, incorporation or registration, subscription and business commencement. In case of private company, first 3 stages, fourth one does not arise. So promotion is when a group of people having a proposition, idea to start a business, they can discuss and decide to start a company, wherein they need to plan about their company, fulfill lot of formalities, starting with seeking the permission or sanction for the name of the company and all preliminary arrangements, maybe for the supply of all raw materials, permissions starting from local to central government, and if they are interested in some export, say international business, from the required authority they need to take permission, then appointment of auditors, solicitors, all such thing, and keep all the documents which I mentioned as a Constitution of India, like prospectus or statement in prospectus, articles of association and memorandum of association, keeping ready, drafting, printing and keeping ready. And second step is incorporation. As you know, to get a status of a corporate or company, such a voluntary association must be registered under the provisions of Indian Companies Act. Now it is 2013. So by submitting the application in a required format to the registrar of company in the state, all these documents along with the registration fees, they can get a certificate of incorporation. By having application received, such authority will scrutinize the correctness and existence of company, then they sanction registration. So after getting or obtaining registration or certificate of incorporation, then the company can proceed with the rising of shares. Capital is a must. I told all will contribute towards a common stock, and they plan and they decide the total capital required. The capital to be raised through the issue of shares are called share capital, and the share capital will be called by different name on different occasions, and which will be shown separately in the balance sheet, like registered capital, the maximum capital with which a company will be registered, which will be mentioned in the capital clause of memorandum of association also. That's also called as a nominal capital because it is only namesake, and it is also called as a authorized capital because a company is authorized to rise only to the maximum that extent, and part of which will be issued called issued capital. Part of issued capital or equal to the issued capital, people or public will apply or subscribe for, it is called subscribed capital, and full face value of the shares may or may not be collected in one lump sum. Whatever amount called by the company to pay are called up capital, if entire amount called up is paid, same amount will be paid up capital. Otherwise, called up capital less calls in errors add forfeited shares will becomes paid up capital. You know that amount of paid up capital will be taken in the balance sheet outer column, and it is the working capital, or it is the amount available for operation. And these capital rising or flotation of capital calls for certain procedures. Now it is through book building process. The company will hand over entire capital to the NSDL or CSDL under share market, and the company, before giving issue notice of issue, has to list its shares in the nearby recognized stock exchange, and it has to get credit rating from credit rating agencies like CARE, ICRA, CRISIL, and based on that rating there will be public response. Why listing? Because for sanctioning listing or registration of listing by the stock authority, they investigate lot of thing with the company, and they confirm themselves about the existence of company. Hence, company will become a legal body, and having a listed in the stock market, it can raise capital very easily. And while issuing capital or notice of issue of capital, it will specify before that it has to open a bank account and make arrangement for the availability of share application forms. Then they need to appoint underwriters. See, underwriters, you have discussed it since in the previous sem. It means in order to guarantee the minimum subscription, such companies, while giving a public issue, that is IPO, initial public offer, they enter into a contract or undertaking with such professional experts. They give a guarantee that in case public subscription falls short of minimum subscription, they may go to the loss. Minimum subscription is the amount equal or required to start and run a business initially. A company which fails to meet the minimum subscription can't proceed further. It has to convert it into a private company or a partnership. So to guarantee, they go for underwriting agreement. And if they issue more than one type of shares, as you know, there are preference shares or equity, or sometimes it is what deferred shares also. They need to print and supply different color, and sometimes when they have a underwriting agreement, underwriters will take care of all this thing. So in case of private company, after capital subscription, you know that share capital will be, or shares will be allotted among their family members and friends. But when they issue shares to public, in case of public company, after rising of capital, they need to file a return of about the rising capital with the register of company, along with the request for the issue of business commencement certificate. The registrar company, after scrutinizing the correctness of the issue process and all other thing, they issue or sanction business commencement certificate to the company. So it is only after the obtainment of business commencement certificate, public limited company can start legally commence its business. This is all about company. In next video, in next class, we shall start the first chapter, starting with the share capital. As I already told, the company may have preference and equity shares, and you have the chapter 1, that is about the redemption of preference shares. You see, share meaning share is a share in the share capital of a company, and such capital raised through the issue of shares are called share capital, and share capital is called by different name at different stages. Then to receive this share capital, they may issue more than one kind. If it is equity, it is also called as a ordinary shares or owner shares, and another one preference shares. As you know, preference shares are those shares which has a preferential rights over equity shareholders as regards payment of dividend as well as repayment of capital. Thank you.